Welcome to God Deserves Better, the program dedicated to equipping the saints to create like our Creator. I'm your host, Zach Lovelace.
And I'm your host, Jonathan Laura.
And today we're doing something special in honor of the Oscars, which we actually don't like. We're going to do our own Oscars, and I'll let Johnny explain a little bit more about what that is.
Yeah, so we're actually recording this the Thursday before the Oscars, so we have no idea what just happened. You're seeing this Monday probably, but like Zach said, we don't like the Oscars, and so we decided to make our own category of Best Voice Actors. This is just something the Oscars have never really acknowledged, and so we thought it needs to be acknowledged. And so we decided to do, as you can see here on the screen, Best Vocal Performances from 1999 to 2009. So basically the 2000s decade. This is the decade where they started acknowledging Best Animated Feature as a category. And so we thought doing Best Vocal Performances goes well with that. And also just the 2000s is when Zach and I were more into animated films, I guess.
We were younger, you know.
Compared to 90s or like 2010s, I was not as into those animated films. So,
and it's certainly an era that is quickly becoming a classic.
Yeah.
You know, things are solidified in their kind of classic status. And so
Totally.
an era that the door of culture seems to have shut just behind us as we can look at. So it's like, oh, wow, we really do miss when films were like that. So, but yeah, I echo what Johnny is saying here. We're excited to go through some of these best vocal performances from 1999 to 2009. You're going to buckle in because we're going to cover a lot of territory, a lot of different movies and stuff, but hopefully have some good conversation about these films. Pretty much something to consider is what qualified for this for us. So like Johnny said, we don't like the Oscars. They're woke and gay and dumb and totally classist, and you know, it's just, I saw Joel Haver say the other day, and I really liked this, that he said like the peak Oscars moment, the kind of like full mask off, was when Jimmy Kimmel marched these people in off of Hollywood Boulevard, these tourists who had no idea what they were doing.
Mahershala, and they said,
Yes, yeah, and they go in there and they see the Oscars is happening, which is like the joke's actually on the Oscars, that there's just the whole world of normal people out there not caring, and they're like shocked that they ended up on the Oscars, like, oh, you guys still do this? But I liked Joel's take on that. So if you are curious as to go a little bit deeper on like what we might think about it, you can check out Joel's video too. But it really hits that nail on the head of like the rich people. They don't even let the tourists sit down after doing that. They just usher them completely on. So it's just,
forgot about that. Yeah.
You know, I think Billy Crystal, one of the last times that he hosted, said like, you know, it's just, let's all pat ourselves on the back with golden statues. And I think it's certainly lost its way as an institution. Not that it ever really had it, some might say, but kind of circling back down here though, I think with us, we do want to take what is good, eat the meat and spit out the bones of what the Oscars does. And so compiling this list has been really cool. And this list is kind of a soft recommendation list, pretty much every film on here that you might want to watch with your family. They're not all necessarily family friendly, but I don't think any of them have anything like crazy. We'll talk about it as we go, but there are certainly plenty of films from this era, like from the horror genre, that might be underrepresented. I think that there are some here and there that kind of hit that, and it'll make more sense when you see what we're talking about. But where our qualifications were that this was purely vocal performances only, no motion capture, which has been really popular, kind of grew in popularity from 2000 on.
So no Gollum, Tom Hanks in
Polar Express, Beowulf, that kind of stuff. Like nothing aided by the actor and their physical body. This is just the voice.
Just their voice.
Going and selling a performance. So this is such an interesting thing too. Like it's really harkens back to the age of radio and like listening to someone and they have to sell that to you.
Just with
Obviously,
their voice,
you have
more impressive.
A lot of live action aid as well as animated films. So in this category, but still, like just examining the voice specifically, like this process has been really interesting. But we also have theatrical release from each respective year. So that includes a lot of Japanese films, maybe not a lot, but a few of them that got released here in the U.S. and then had an English dub. So for you Ghibli heads, know that we're aware of that. And but we treated
there's some in there,
we treated the U.S. release as the as the definitive like qualifying one, even though the films had already been out. So, and then finally, this is English language releases. It's the only way for me as an English speaker to evaluate the performance. Not that there aren't, dubs that you can listen to and kind of get the essence of what the performance might be. But
we'll do best foreign voice actors another time, maybe.
Yeah. I will try my best, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so these were our basic rules going into this. So if you have any thoughts on it, if you think we snubbed anybody, let us know. Or if you feel like anything is kind of underrepresented or whatever, like we'd love to hear about it. Totally. This was our take on this. Again, like Johnny said, we grew up in this era. So this was things that we've seen throughout our entire life, and maybe only once or twice given that. But speaks to the power of the performances that they stuck with us over these years. So
totally.
With that, is there anything else you want to say before we jump in, Johnny?
No, let's jump in. I guess one thing we forgot to mention is we are going to be timing ourselves. So once we read the nominees, the timer starts. We have 5 minutes, and we're going to discuss live who we think the winner is. Either we argue for who we really think, or we'll just talk it out live.
Yep. This is Johnny. I don't know Johnny's winners. He doesn't know mine, the ones that I've picked in my mind. And so this should be a nice kind of shootout style. Not to mention, with the Oscars, the timing thing has been such a thing for the past 15 years.
Maybe we should have had like music playing.
We'll get music to get us so our speeches aren't too long. But so it's certainly a part of it. But we want to be mindful. And Johnny will be dropping clips in here as well, so you get an idea of these performances. It's not just, looking at these pictures of these people's faces and stuff. It's like, cool, I've never seen that guy in my life.
So you will hear this sound after 5 minutes.
Nice. Cool. So it's not.
So whenever you hear that,
a familiar sound to me.
We will lock in our winner.
We will lock in the winner at that point.
We're going to start with our honorable mentions first, and then we will get into the nominees. So Zach, with the honorable mentions, if you will, please. We have Veronica Taylor as Ash Ketchum in the Pokemon movie. And then we have Brian Blessed as Boss Nass in The Phantom Menace.
Yep. Two great performances. I saw Pokemon the movie 2000 in the theater. I'm pretty sure I saw Star Wars The Phantom Menace in the theater as well. So, these definitely stick out as being, again, honorable mentions where it's they aren't necessarily doing anything crazy here. But with Jar Jar Binks being in Star Wars The Phantom Menace, we did consider him for a second, but that was motion capture. So that certainly aided.
Veronica Taylor doing a male is also good. Before it was like a woke thing, I guess. Like the gender swapping is admirable and does it pretty well. So and Boss Nass is a very lively, bombastic leader, very kind of a comedic character. Not enough to warrant a nominee, but worth a mention. Again,
just a wink toward the talent here. And so we'll go through each year. We try to have like 5 to 6. We have an expanding 6th seat, but the honorable mentions kind of go from one person a year to like 5. So just you'll see that there's a lot of people who end up on the bubble who just like couldn't, depending on the strength of the year, couldn't get to what we're the level that we're looking for, right?
So without further ado,
cool.
Our nominees for 1999
for best vocal performance.
We have Eli Marienthal as Hogarth Hughes in The Iron Giant.
You came from the sky, right? From up there? Don't you remember anything? Maybe it's that bump on your head. Do you talk? Words, blah, 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 like that? Can you do that? Blah, blah, blah?
Next, we have Michael J. Fox in Stuart Little as the eponymous Stuart Little.
Is that a train?
What's it look like, Picklehead?
Can we play with it? Please, 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 please. No! Somebody help me! Help! Please, somebody help me! Ta-da!
We have Tom Hanks reprising his role as Woody, but in the sequel, Toy Story 2.
I know how that feels. But still, my own show. I mean, look at all this stuff.
Didn't you know? Why, you're valuable property.
Oh, I wish the guys could see this. Hey, howdy, hey, that's me. I'm on a yo-yo. Ah, hey, nice teeth. And yet, still a good-looking guy.
Then we have Tim Allen in Toy Story 2 as his return character of Buzz Lightyear.
Ow! What are you doing? You're in direct violation of Code 6404.5, stating all Space Rangers are to be in hypersleep until awakened by authorized personnel. No. You're breaking ranks, Ranger. Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. I've got an AWOL Space Ranger. Tell me I wasn't this deluded. No back talk. I have a laser, and I will use it. You mean the laser that's a light bulb?
And finally, we have Brian Blessed again as Clayton in Tarzan.
Hiding, are we?
Clayton, you...
I could use a challenge, because after I get rid of you, rounding up your little ape family will be all too easy! Go ahead, shoot me. Be a man.
He didn't split the vote in his the Academy voting for him. It clearly was enough for him to get through. So these are our nominees. They span a pretty good, I guess, what is it? Two of them are Disney movies. Two of them, one is a DreamWorks. Actually, the top two might be DreamWorks.
Pixar.
Too.
It was Pixar pre-Disney, so.
Oh, really? The Iron Giant?
No, Toy Story. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Toy Story.
Oh, sorry. You're right. I guess I was reading Disney back onto them.
Yeah.
So you're right. That's actually a really good call out, that this was just Pixar before Disney owned them. Mm-hmm. Not that they didn't have...
Before they were a little tainted.
Merchandising deals
Disney
and
had their
stuff.
hands in it for sure.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
But yeah.
So with these performances, I don't know. Do you want to tell me who you think won?
Yeah, so I was actually tied between two of them. I really like Tim Allen and Brian Blessed. And I really lean Tim Allen because he does a really good job. Obviously, he's Tim Allen. He's doing a role that he's familiar with, but he brings an extra layer with the evil Buzz. And I
the
think
factory reset Buzz.
Yeah, there's like the factory settings Buzz, and there's a lot of scenes with like the two of them arguing together, and there's like very subtle differences in the performance there between both, and I think he does that very well. Like one is a little more stiff, robotic, space commander.
Counterpoint to that, if we can go ahead and just fight, the counterpoint to that would be that Buzz was like that in the first movie. So it's not anything
fair.
new, where he's like the kind of I am a spaceman, and
it's more of an arc,
over the top type thing. So it's like he's playing his previous self and then this kind of chill Buzz, right? I think the chill Buzz is more of the novelty. Because that's what we didn't see at the end of the first
a lot
movie.
more warmth, and kind of like it is a little bit different from who Buzz became by the end of Toy Story 1. He is more of like an authority. He has he's more like, what's the word? Like he is more established in his
his
toy
role.
persona.
Yeah,
he's
him
taken
and
that
Woody
on.
both. I agree with you in terms of my picks. My pick would be for Brian Blessed for Tarzan Clayton. That's number one, but I do think Buzz is my second. I think Woody, I'm just not that impressed with that performance from Tom Hanks.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, and it is Woody's movie. Toy Story 2
It is.
So
but
you
the
get a lot
one
of
word I
him.
thought of for this performance is expected. Tom Hanks just did exactly what I expected. Not
If
blowing
anything,
me
he
away.
gets outshined by Jesse.
A little bit.
But Jesse's
maybe
not
she's
on
a
this
snub
list,
here.
which is
Yeah.
interesting.
Maybe she should have been an honorable mention.
Yeah, instead of Woody, maybe that actually would have been kind of cool. But
Maybe
I
it's
don't-
kind of the legacy. You know how Oscars are. You throw
Totally.
a nom to a
and
guy.
the icons kind of get
Yeah.
up there. I tend to really want to skip over Jesse's song and that whole thing. I'm not interested in that. But that said,
That was kind of like a big moment for animated films, like a real
the
like
emotion.
tearjerker.
Oh, Kate can't watch it without crying, my wife. So,
Yeah.
maybe there's something to be said about that as like maybe our
But that's
top
not anyone's
honorable
voice
mention.
performance. That's just a really good song with really good visual storytelling. So
That's true.
it's
I
not
think
Jesse's voice.
If Joan, what's her face? The lady.
Little Mermaid?
No, the lady who voices Jessie.
Oh, Cusack. Right?
Yeah, Joan Cusack. That if she if she sang in the song. I'm pretty sure she does. Or maybe she doesn't.
The song is...
That's right. She doesn't.
It's someone else. I can't remember.
That's right.
We're on the timer, so I don't want to go look it up.
No worries. So I think since we both agree upon Brian Blessed, that might be the one to go with. But I
we
like
got
him.
about like a minute and a half if we want to speak to why we want him.
Yes. So he's our winner for 1999. And it's a supporting role, which is interesting, kind of doing the performances, like just a performance award. Like you're pitting like a supporting role alongside with a lot of main characters as well. And so you kind of have to like really make sense of that. And so my thing is that I think Clayton is just a more interesting. Villains are usually more interesting. They have more depth. They have a little bit more texture to them than the main character. But also like reading into it a little bit, I like the Great White Hunter as kind of a trope. And like what he does with that, it really, I mean, he's this over the top character.
And he kind of starts off a little, like, it seems a little buffoonish maybe to start the film, but then like he does a quick heel turn at the end there and betrays them.
He betrays them, which, you know, the betrayal is not really that strong either because he's taking gorillas and putting them in the zoo. So the movie is essentially anti-zoo. Right. And I'm pro-zoo. So I want all animals to be locked up, actually.
Whoa. Hot take here.
Hot take there.
GDB hot
So
takes.
he's actually a hero. Clayton is a hero of mine.
Clayton is the hero of Tarzan.
He's kind of a hero of mine. The movie should be called Clayton, actually. It's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy.
And he crashes out at the end and kills himself. But no, I think the clincher for me is that knowing that Brian Blessed did the Tarzan scream.
That's right.
Or kind of
for those of you who don't know,
thing.
The voice actor for Tarzan, our timer just went off. We'll go a little bit over, but the voice actor for Tarzan was in the studio trying to do the Tarzan yell. And I think Brian Blessed was like just leaving or something and hearing him doing it. And he like looked at the guy, he's like, he's not doing a good job. I could do a lot better. And he went in and did it first take and he got it. And that's like the whole IP of Tarzan is like that yell.
Yes.
And he nailed it. So,
yes. So that clinches it for me because, again, it's not just the Clayton performance, which might be kind of a category error, you know, that he does a little bit of the Tarzan performance as well, I guess. The most, like, iconic thing of Tarzan. But I again, I think there's this kind of civilized man who's corrupted versus the uncivilized man in Tarzan. And I prefer, in my old age and in our cultural moment, I prefer the civilized man who might be a little corrupted. Versus,
everyone is kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, except for Clayton a little bit.
Yes, like the fact that Jane
does
falls
crash
for
out.
Tarzan. I don't know.
The professor's a little nutty.
Yeah, and Clayton's stated goal is to protect the group. He says that at the beginning. He's like, you hired me to protect you.
Yeah.
So it's a really strong male performance, and maybe I'm leaning on kind of a John Doyle, like Gastonian take where you read into
Gaston
a character.
wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Gaston was
Sid
the
from
good guy.
Toy Story was actually good.
Well, when you read reality into it, it's like all Toy Story is just sentient landfill. And it teaches you to like hold on to your toys longer than you should.
Yeah.
So anyway, I mean, there's a little bit of soapboxing and kind of like my own philosophy, but you know, the Oscar voters have theirs as well, and so they've been known to kind of be predictable. So maybe.
So congratulations to Brian Blessed getting his first Oscar in his career.
Yes.
As far as I know.
As far as I know, that's true.
Yeah, I didn't research that, but
yeah, that's fair.
All right, let's go into 2000.
Yep.
First, we'll start with our honorable mentions.
Yep. So right now we have Rosie Perez as Chell in The Road to El Dorado.
And we have Julie Sawalha in Chicken Run as Ginger, the main character.
Both really great performances, like in both of these movies, and just iconic. Maybe not iconic for Chicken Run, a little less so. I did recently watch Chicken Run, and actually
they did a remake too, so it had to be somewhat.
But they did a sequel. Sequel.
Or I said remake. Sorry, you're right. Sequel.
So I don't know if she reprised her role, but even if she did.
I didn't see it.
But it's just a good, small, kind of dreary English movie about chickens. And I don't know, it sticks out to me.
Yeah.
So with that, props to them for their honorary mentions here. Mm-hmm. First up for the year 2000, we have Eartha Kitt from Emperor's New Groove as Yzma.
Next, we have Patrick Warburton in Emperor's New Groove as Kronk.
Finish them off.
Hey, you're not backing down now, are you, big guy?
Where's the other guy?
Yo!
Sorry, I'm late. So, what'd I miss?
Well, Yzma just tossed me this knife and asked me to, take them out. And then this guy popped up, and then we waited for you. And quite honestly,
Kronk, why did I think you could do this? This one simple thing. It's like I'm talking to a monkey.
Whoa now.
A really, really big, stupid monkey named Kronk.
Ouch.
And do you want to know something else? I've never liked your spinach puffs. Never!
That's it. She's going down. Now, remember, guys. From above, the wicked shall receive their just reward. That'll work.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm a shoo-in. Then we have, Mel Gibson from Chicken Run as Rocky.
You see, flying takes 3 things. Hard work, perseverance, and hard work.
You said hard work twice.
That's because it takes twice as much work as perseverance.
Cogswallop!
Now, the most important thing is we have to work as a team. Which means you do everything I tell you. Right, let's rock and roll!
And we have Kevin Kline in The Road to El Dorado as Tulio.
All right, Pee-wee, you're on.
Not with those. This time we use my dice. Got a problem with that?
Come on, baby. Papa needs that crappy map.
Stop that! Show me 7!
All right, 7. Yes. There it is. Well, nice doing business with you.
And then finally, Christine Cavanaugh as Chucky Finster in Rugrats in Paris.
Gosh, Bob, Father, I don't know what to wish for. Oh, just pick something already. I don't mean your nose. Come on, Chucky. Grandpa Lou's throwing the gardener. Angelica. Great, Angelica. I think I know what I want to wish for now. I'd kinda like to have a new Bobby. Sorry, Finster. That game's over. Besides, I'm wanted on the dance floor. But that's my wish.
Interesting one there.
Yeah, this is
Chucky Finster in there.
I know. And
right.
again, with the woman voicing a child or boy.
It's kind of a double whammy, a boy and a child.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
I get. Well, no, never mind. I'll take that back because the prepubescent boy.
No, Iron Giant was a man.
The prepubescent boy is
Timmy
better
Turners.
played by an adult female. You see that?
Yeah.
Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, roles like that. But
yeah,
Ash Ketchum.
This is an interesting group. Again, we have The Emperor's New Groove. Great movie, great comedy, especially of that era. Kind of the first pop of like meta humor.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna freeze frame.
Yeah, before Shrek,
Yeah, there's a use of the word booyah, I think, in this film. I could be wrong. That was like a
David
kind of a David Spade. Not
no
just
honorable
David
mention
Spade,
for him, but I didn't
no,
hit the timer.
or John
I'm
Goodman
sorry.
as
timer starting now. Sorry about that.
As the counterpart Pacha.
Pacha, yeah, John Goodman.
Yeah, but here I'll lead with my choice.
Okay.
I think Eartha Kitt takes this as Yzma, again favoring the bad guys, and
it's a good one. It's a good one.
It's just the character design does not work without that voice.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about that, and she's got a very, very iconic voice, which you'll hear this often is kind of like the first thing that you're considering with putting any nominee list is like, what do they sound? They have a distinct sound. My runner-up was Mel Gibson as Rocky in Chicken Run because he's the one American in the cast, and so he has to just bring a different angle. Obviously, his accent, but like
kind of like the
his
hero.
character is also kind of a an imposter, so he has a really good turn there at the end of kind of growing into being heroic.
Yeah. It's a good trope. I think they did it in Rango as well, kind of like the out-of-town hero.
Yes.
A little westerny.
Even though Ginger's the main character in Chicken Run, and Rocky's definitely a supporting character.
These side characters, kind of like what we were saying, play a good, interesting role here, because they are just more interesting. They're better written. Tulio and Chucky are the main characters for the most part.
Yep.
I was actually leaning Chucky Finster.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I'm willing to. I'm willing to lean Yzma because she would probably be my second pick.
Yeah, the great divide here is comedy versus drama, and
Totally.
the Oscars always seem to favor drama. Even though Kevin Kline won for a comedic performance in A Fish Named Wanda, and so it's like actually kind of a rare thing.
Yeah, but with Chucky, it's kind of like a big step up from the show. So she voiced Chucky in the show, and then in the movie just brings like a huge emotional depth to the character. The whole like plot of the film, spoilers, is that he is like wanting his mom, and I believe his mom is dead, and it's like incredibly dark and sad for something this young child has to go through. And there's a lot of communication through the visuals, like from the adult's point of view in the film, where you get just, seeing how sad he is. Chucky not really like saying anything vocally to the adults, but there's a lot communicated through like his baby noises. And then also when he does speak, it's hard like to watch without getting choked up for me personally. But like just like that raspy little, Chucky voice that's iconic.
Yeah.
It serves the visuals very well. And I'm not sure, I guess Christine Cavanaugh was replaced later on, so I guess someone else could have played that role.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe
I know it was
we'll give
Nancy
the
Cartwright
nod
that did
to
it.
Yzma, just like based on what you said. But
yeah, I know. I was saying that I know Nancy Cartwright, Bart Simpson's voice, replaced Chucky, or Christine Cavanaugh as Chucky. So that's also like a super legend in her own right with voiceovers and stuff. So as a cast member of The Simpsons, you kind of are like, again, Godfather level.
One point to your Yzma award would be her voice she's been acting since like the 60s, right?
Yeah,
Star Trek
and
Batman. Yeah, I actually just watched an episode with her in Batman.
Nice.
And that voice is like very unique. It's very her. And like you said, it's like this was a match that has been waiting to be made since like the 60s. This is like the role for her.
Yes.
And it needs the recognition for it, for like a legacy of acting.
Could she be played by anyone else? And I guess you talked yourself out of Chucky because you said Nancy Cartwright came in and actually did that.
Yzma was my second pick, so.
I don't know I think Emperor's New Groove had a sequel, a direct-to-DVD sequel.
Kronk's New Groove, I think.
I don't know if Eartha Kitt. That's right. I don't know if she voiced Yzma.
I don't know either.
So that might be a little bit of ignorance on our part, but yeah. So
it was direct-to-DVD.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't get a theatrical release.
Do you want to say anything about Kronk? I love
Kronk's
Patrick Warburton.
Great. I think he's also another one that's like I really can't see anyone. He's the standout of the entire movie. Right,
oh, yeah.
and
he's
does
like the
a lot
bumbling
of his...
idiot, but he's like very honest, and he like doesn't play the villain well, but it's kind of like to his benefit
because he has a conscience, and I do love that about him.
That's another thing. Like it's almost like three characters: the angel, the devil, and then himself, like all in one scene.
Yeah, but can he do this?
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got a point.
It's an iconic
that's
role.
Fair. And then the squeaker, squeak, squeaker. He speaks squirrel in this. So, that does edge him up a little bit. Yeah, that's fair. I guess Mel Gibson and Kevin Kline give kind of more straightforward performances.
There's our buzzer.
I say, put a gun to my head. It's still Eartha Kitt.
All right, let's give it to Eartha Kitt.
All righty.
Finally getting her Oscar again, as far as I know.
Yep, exactly.
Well deserved.
Yes, thank you, Yzma. Moving on to 2001.
Yes.
Big year for everyone.
Yeah. Particularly for honorable mentions, I believe, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I have a few
this
here.
is a huge honorable mention year. We have Michael J. Fox as Milo in Atlantis.
Yeah. We have John Lithgow as Lord Farquaad in Shrek.
We have James Coburn as Mr. Waternoose in Monsters, Inc.
And we have Chris Rock as the titular Osmosis Jones.
Then we have Alec Baldwin as the narrator in The Royal Tenenbaums. So you'll see, we're not doing
That's
just
an interesting one.
what is it, animated movies here. But
yeah.
These guys are, all of these performances are great. And they add such texture and they foil very well against the characters that, or like with Michael J. Fox being a main character and Osmosis Jones. Yeah. Something about Osmosis Jones that really tickled me was that apparently Will Smith was supposed to play Osmosis Jones. And so just somewhere entangled in the universe is them, like the two Osmosis Joneses meet on stage at the Oscars.
Yeah.
And keep his name out in your mouth.
Yeah, and this is an Oscars episode, so it's very appropriate.
Yeah, so, and I think that these guys, ultimately, other people could have done these roles. John Lithgow maybe at the top here, like the closest on the bubble, being iconically Lord Farquaad.
I think James Coburn too, honestly. But.
Yeah, I think if you get another kind of gravelly guy, I'm not missing anything. He does get really scary at the end, but I think that has more to do with his design than it does James Coburn's voice.
But he does do it very well.
He does. So with that, we'll move on to our first formal nominee of the year 2001.
Correct. And we will start with Billy Crystal as Mike Wazowski in Monsters, Inc.
And, of course, John Goodman as James P. Sullivan in Monsters, Inc.
I'm telling you, Big Daddy, you're going to be seeing this face on TV a lot more often.
Yeah, like on Monstropolis' Most Wanted.
You've been jealous of my good looks since the 4th grade, pal.
Have a good day, sweetie.
You too, hon.
Ooh, okay, Sully, hop on in.
Nope.
Hey, where you going?
Mikey, there's a screen shortage. We're walking.
Walking?
Yep.
No. My baby, look, she needs to be driven. My baby, I'll call you. Hey, Genius, you want to know why I bought the car? Huh?
Not really.
To drive it. Like on the street with the honk and the boom and no walking involved.
Give it a rest, will you, Butterball? Come on, you could use the exercise.
I could use the exercise. Look at you. You have your own climate.
We have Mike Myers as Shrek in Shrek.
Eddie Murphy as Donkey in Shrek.
Okay, let me get this straight. You're gonna go fight a dragon and rescue a princess just so Farquaad to give you back a swamp, which you only don't have because he filled it full of freaks in the first place. Is that about right?
You know what? Maybe there's a good reason Donkey shouldn't talk.
I don't get it, Shrek. Why don't you just pull some of that ogre stuff on him? Throttle him, lay siege to his fortress, grind his bones to make your bread. The whole ogre trip.
Oh, I know what. Maybe I could have decapitated an entire village and put their heads on a pike, got a knife, cut open their spleen, and drink their fluids. Does that sound good to you?
No, not really, no.
For your information, there's a lot more to ogres than people think.
Example?
Example? Okay, ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes. No.
Oh, they make you cry?
No.
Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white hairs.
No. Layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers.
Love the picture. We have David Hyde Pierce as Drix in Osmosis Jones.
Oh, my boy.
Special Agent Drixobenzometaphedramine. Drixanol, the brand that eases your coughs and sneezes. Warning, do not exceed recommended dosage. If symptoms persist, consult a physician. May cause drowsiness. Do not attempt to operate heavy machinery. Pregnant women should not handle broken tablets.
Wow, I'm feeling better already.
You can call me Drix.
Welcome to the city of Frank.
I'd like to examine your irritated areas.
Woo! Never on the first date. Drips.
Drix.
That's what I said.
No, I think you said drips with a P.
Whatever.
And then finally we have Debbie Derryberry as Jimmy Neutron, boy genius, titular character here.
Goddard, scan for adult life forms. Just as I thought. There are absolutely no adults anywhere within radar. They're gone. The whole city. No parents.
No parents.
No parents!
Yeah.
But this was a sixth year. We felt like we needed to expand it out here.
Yeah. A lot of
that
good
we had
roles
some amazing performances from lots of kind of Hollywood legends. I feel like the most unknown, obviously, is Debbie Derryberry, and they kind of actually
maybe David Hyde Pierce
and the David Hyde Pierce, like they have their own kind of like spaces that they occupy.
Yeah,
more TV personalities maybe.
He's kind of 3D, right? His character.
He is, actually,
in a 2D movie.
And so I don't know. I think, of course, and Shrek is kind of like the axis moment, like the kind of watershed moment of some 3D animation, irreverent.
Won the first best animated feature.
I was gonna say that, like, won the first best animated feature over and against Disney. I don't know what Disney had at the time, but I was just saying, like, it Atlantis, being kind of an anti-Disney,
and beat Pixar too with Monsters Inc., which is kind of crazy.
That's true. I don't think Monsters Inc. ages that well, given a lot of talk about very dark conspiracy theories on the internet in terms of harvesting children.
Totally, yeah.
And so I
kind of
really
ages well.
Watch that movie.
A little bit in that regard.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Look how real this is. We're harvesting them for laughter now.
Yeah. Good allegory.
Thanks, Jeff Epstein, laughter harvester.
Mr. Waternoose is Jeff Epstein.
Yeah. It's in the files. It's in the
That's
files.
right. You're right.
Monsters Inc. is in the files. But no, I think performance-wise, like, Mike Myers is just, an absolute atomic bomb being dropped. In terms of, like, especially culture at the time, Shrek was enormous, and kind of subsequent Shrek movies as well. They're trying to make a comeback. He's still trying to play him, 25 years later. But Osmosis Jones will always have, like, a really soft spot in my.
Speak to Drix a little bit, because I haven't seen Osmosis Jones.
Drix is great. So Drix is the pill that, so it's a live action plus animated movie. There's live action Bill Murray, and then inside of Bill Murray's body is Osmosis Jones, a white blood cell, and he gets a virus. And so he takes some over-the-counter medicine, and that's represented as Drix. So he shows up as kind of like an FBI. He's like Special Agent Drix, and it's like Drixenol epinephrine or something. He's like a really long name. Cherry flavored. And I just, the David Hyde Pierce voice is very, you can mimic it pretty easily. He was Slim in A Bug's Life. Like, I'm the only stick with eyeballs. That is like, he's the buttoned up kind of buddy cop scenario with Osmosis Jones, who's more of the
a little
kind of
comedic bone to him.
Yeah, and so he's the straight man, but he kind of loosens up as things get on, and so you see that arc happening. And again, it's a buddy cop movie, so it's like he really is the engine of a lot of what helps Osmosis Jones shine. So again, as a supporting character, that's like a really good thing you could do, right? Is like really help prop up the best things about your other cast members. So I just think that it's kind of a thankless role a little bit, but it works for him because, again, he's like the buttoned up formal agent and not the kind of streetwise guy, and he just plays it well and kind of brings his own little spin on it. So
solid. I wanted to say just quickly for Jimmy Neutron, I think Debbie does a good job of bringing like the genius in the voice, but also still like remaining a small child. Like, there's still a lot of innocence to him, still kind of like, we don't like girls and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it was good, but not like enough to win, I think.
Agreed. Well, that's why she's nominated.
Nomination.
Why we really wanted to bump her up right here, because she does go on to have a good career as him with the TV show, which I appreciate more than the movie, to be honest, even though I saw the movie in the theater.
Same.
At the AMC Colonial in Lawrenceville. And I probably saw all of these movies there, actually, now I think about it, growing up. But
all right, we've got a minute left. So who is your winner?
My winner is going to be Shrek.
Ooh, we might need some more time.
Okay.
We haven't even touched the Monsters, Inc. guys yet. I actually really like Billy Crystal for Mike Wazowski.
Very true. He's my second. So
yeah.
I think
I like Mike.
I mean, the green guys.
It's kind of like Eartha Kitt a little bit, where it's like the perfect character, the perfect look for this voice, this Billy Crystal voice that has, it was iconic even up to 2001. Still has emotional moments too, unlike Eartha Kitt's character. Like,
that's true. Yeah.
Towards the end, when he says bye to Boo, and he's like, "Go ahead, go grow up."
But it's
still
more
some depth to him.
It's more of Sully's.
No, Sully definitely has way more emotion than him. I'm just saying, like, he has the comedic thing, but also can be emotional at the same time. There's our timer.
So we
might need, we'll
I think
go over
that
for
same
this
thing
one.
worked with Shrek, though. And with Shrek doing an accent flawlessly, and being the curmudgeon that kind of becomes and opens up. I think that's just, and you know, the reluctant hero. I really like that. You know, it's his swamp, right? But I also get Shrek not aging as well because it is kind of a deconstructionist text, right?
A little bit. Is it a death work? I don't know.
I don't know if it's a death work, but it's certainly I don't know. Like not taking fairy tales seriously, and it's like you can kind of just dunk on all these things. You know,
it was a breath of fresh air.
It was.
It's kind of like you said. It has a short shelf life. The movie or like that theme kind of does. But I don't think Shrek's voice does. I agree, it's a very well done voice. He did have that accent in SNL, I want to say, before that.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was like an established.
He was an
just
accentarian. You know, he definitely can do it a ton. I mean, Austin Powers is another one. Like he does a lot of characters. Wayne's World, right? It's just his normal voice. But
I will say,
I just see
really
that as a performance. I see the accent as a performance rather than Mike Wazowski being more aligned with who Billy Crystal actually is.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't really like Mike Myers in other films, to be honest. Not like anything against him, but it's just, like, not my thing. But in Shrek, he wins me over.
For sure. Donkey is also very good.
And John Goodman, yeah, of course, he's just a great emotional depth. Actually, a critique I had for him I wrote down was his pre-Boo personality is, like, super flat. Yes. There's not, like, a big... like I guess there's a change just because like you see like more to him.
Well, he goes from being like
we could have seen him being like a little bit more like unhappy with life before, and then Boo just like injects this purpose. Yeah, but he kind of seems like I'm just like whatever, like life is fine.
He's the number one. He's the number one scarer, and so but it seems like they're actually Mike and Sully are two characters split into, or one character split into two because Mike is the pride. Mike is he's going to be prideful, like we're the best kind of thing. And then Sully is just kind of like the dumb muscle. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, whereas like you would think that Sully would be like, I'm proud of being number one. And it kind of gives me this like, whatever.
Yeah. They do have to operate as a team. That's kind of like, the way the system
That's where
works.
they kind of, I don't think either of them necessarily deserve this because they work so well as a team.
They split the vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything to Donkey?
Donkey's great, but
it's kind of playing Eddie Murphy's kind of playing himself a little bit.
Yeah, totally. And you get into that with some like comedians who end up doing these things, like stand-up comedians specifically.
Still iconic though, still memorable,
still iconic.
The meme in the picture you chose there is still lives on.
Well, I mean, same with Shrek. Like Shrek just is a funny word. Like so, it just at this point he's
they're all memes.
He's long outlived his shelf life, but so. Put a gun to your head, man. Who are you choosing?
I have a soft spot for Mike, but I think what you said about the splitting vote, I might just have to go Mike Myers. Sorry, Mike Wazowski, not Mike Myers.
So you
I'll go Mike Myers. I'll let you have it.
Okay, you went for Shrek in 2001. Okay, great.
Best
Mike
animated
Myers
feature and best voice actor.
Yep, that makes sense too. See, it works with the real world Oscars too. Thank you. Mike Myers for your contribution to culture. All right. Yep. 2002. Honorable mentions.
Yes.
Brad Garrett as Fred in The Country Bears.
And then we have Phil Vischer as a ton of characters in Jonah, a VeggieTales movie. I think if you can see just in that picture alone, he is like 5 of those guys, I want to say. So, yeah. I think one of his characters
that he
is
wouldn't have busted through the bubble. But I guess we'll have to see. It's interesting that he didn't break into like a full nominee because of that.
Yeah, I mean the movie's not. That's it's
that's fair, and you'll see that in Oscars too, where you have like bad movies have good performances though. That's kind of like Brad Garrett here. That guy just showed up to work every day.
I mean, Country Bears. I just laughed seeing the pictures.
Dude, what was that? We had a bit about Country Bears, like.
I don't know if we want to share it here, but like we were saying, the Disney remake would be like. A Black Lives Matter version.
Yeah, the Country Bears during a BLM riot.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I don't know if they're pro-white or not. Actually, they're country, but they're bears. I don't know if that whatever how they conceive of themselves racially. I want a racially aware Country Bears movie. That's all I'm saying.
That's what America needs right now, isn't it?
That's actually it would be healing to us.
Yes, that's right.
Moving on to our nominees. We have 2002, first up, Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jim Hawkins in Treasure Planet.
Next, we have Brian Murray as Long John Silver in Treasure Planet.
It wasn't your fault, you know. Why, half the crew would be spinning in that black abyss if not for...
Don't you get it? I screwed up. I mean, for 2 seconds, I thought that maybe I could do something right, but... I just... Just forget it. Forget it.
Now, you listen to me, James Hawkins. You got the makings of greatness in you. But you gotta take the helm and chart your own course. Stick to it, no matter the squalls. And when the time comes, you get the chance to really test the cut of your sails and show what you're made of. Well, I hope I'm there, catching some of the light coming off you that day.
Then we have Davy Chase as Lilo in Lilo and Stitch.
We have better dogs, dear.
Not better than him. He can talk. Say hello.
Dogs can't talk, dear.
He did.
Does it have to be this dog?
Yes, he's good. I can tell.
You'll have to think of a name for him.
His name is Stitch.
Oh, no, that's not a real name. In Iceland. But here it's a good name. Stitch it is. And there's a $2 license fee.
I want to buy him. Can I borrow $2?
And then we have Chris Sanders as Stitch in Lilo and Stitch.
Who are you? This is my family. I found it all on my own. It's little and broken, but still good. Yeah, still good.
And then we have Tim Curry as Nigel Thornberry in the Wild Thornberrys movie. I don't know if that was a good Nigel impression.
There's an eclipse in a few weeks in this exact spot, and I intend to witness it firsthand.
I wish I could see it with you, Dad.
Eliza, I received this medal when I was in boarding school, about your age. Perhaps you would like to take it, for luck.
Awarded for bravery.
No, it was nothing, really. A blazing building, 20 students trapped, a makeshift rope ladder. Well, never mind.
And then we have Toby Jones as Dobby in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Harry Potter? Such an honor it is.
Who are you?
Dobby, sir. Dobby the house elf.
Not to be rude or anything, but this isn't a great time for me to have a house elf in my bedroom.
Oh, yes, sir. Dobby understands. It's just that Dobby has come to tell you it is difficult, sir. Dobby wonders where to begin.
Why don't you sit down?
Sit down. Sit down. Oh.
Dobby, shush, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you or anything.
Offend Dobby? Dobby has heard of your greatness, sir, but never has he been asked to sit down by a wizard.
Oh, this is a pretty good year.
Solid. Yeah.
At least it feels like, well, I guess we have 4 Disney people in here.
That's right. Disney did 2 films that year.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Well, Treasure Planet bombed, so that's...
Yeah.
And Lilo and Stitch was a rocket hit. So,
yeah. That's very interesting. I think that kind of you see the divide. Like, okay, Disney really went more this direction than they did.
Yeah.
The Treasure Planet direction, which sucks.
Interesting
nowadays.
Interesting thing about the trivia-wise for Lilo and Stitch is that the ending originally had an airplane that Stitch hijacked, or maybe another alien hijacks. I can't remember exactly who. I think it's Stitch.
And they fly through a city, right?
They fly through a city, but they changed it because of 9/11. So
of course,
they changed it to some spaceship. But yeah, kind of just a crazy crazy turn of events. But yeah, so an interesting mix of characters here. You know, we have our child actor, we have an animal or an alien, I guess. We have an animal wrangler in Nigel Thornberry, and then an elf, a cyborg.
Another character in a
thing
live
with vocal
action
performances
film.
is like it takes what's really interesting about supporting characters in the Oscars normally, where you have like Jack Sparrow as a pirate, you know, Gandalf as a wizard. What is it?
Anton Chigurh. Maybe.
Anton Chigurh, you know, serial killer guy with a cattle thing to kill people with. Whatever. It's like it's just the characters who have such character to them, right? Like pop out. And so like looking at this, we actually have kind of a variation of the Great White Hunter in Tim Curry's Nigel Thornberry. He's more of like
comedic
the kind-hearted one turned into conservationist kind of thing. And again, I'm a fan of that trope. So it's just it's
and
really
Tim Curry
interesting.
again, a legacy nomination.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he'd been in the Wild Thornberrys movie, which is something you see a lot in the early 2000s of these kind of animated shows that get a movie.
Yeah.
Funny with the Jimmy Neutron is that it started as a movie and then became a
And then it
TV
became a
show.
show, yeah,
So there's some weird kind of going back and forth.
You'll
but,
see more of that as the years go on. I think, if I remember correctly.
But I think coming right out, if you want to tell us who your number one is,
I'm
who's
actually
taking it?
split between Long John Silver and Stitch, believe it or not.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm stuck between. I'm really not stuck. I know who my winner is, which is Long John Silver as well.
Okay.
And I'm sure it's for similar reasons.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a number two, it actually would have been Toby Jones.
Okay. I actually haven't seen Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so I'm going to lean on your expertise for some of these films I've seen that Zach hasn't seen, and vice versa. And so, like I said with Drix earlier, it's kind of like, okay, Zach, I'll let you lead that. And if you feel strong enough about it and convince me, I will.
Well, yeah, he's definitely my
in, I guess.
backup. So we agree that Brian Murray is the winner here.
Yeah, I think so.
But, the case can be made, I think, for Toby Jones. Dobby becomes the heart, and you can't really grade it on this factor, but he becomes the heart of a lot of the kind of later films when he, spoiler alert, is murdered. And so there's just like that kind of childlike character. He does cause a lot of trouble for Harry Potter in that movie, The Chamber of Secrets. And so it's just, I don't know, it's one of the first times you get like a creature that's talking to Harry that is fully CGI.
Was Chamber of Secrets the second or third?
It's the second one.
The second one, okay.
So the first one, I think there are like creatures and stuff like a troll and whatnot, but there's just
fully voiced one.
Yeah, and the
and the best one.
These like elves, I guess, is what he is.
Yeah, I think he is.
It's an interesting
the voice
take on
kind
them.
of annoying, but it's kind of like
That's on
part
purpose,
of the character.
though. Yeah, that's on purpose for sure because he causes so many
very
issues.
down on himself. I've seen like a few scenes just to familiarize myself in the lead.
There's a lot
here.
of effort noises that Toby Jones does that really help, like when he's being beaten by his master.
Didn't
what's
see
his
that
face?
scene.
Malfoy's dad. And so it's like, and then when he gets his freedom at the end, he has a little arc. Yeah. So he gets empowered at the end. So he's kind of this nebbish, like, oh, Harry Potter mustn't go back to Hogwarts. Like, that obviously is very grating. That was pretty good, actually. But I don't know. I think for a series that really captures a lot of the English actors at the time, like they're pretty much like if you were an English actor, you ended up, working at the time, you ended up in a Harry Potter movie. That Toby Jones is kind of an unsung guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, he plays a bad guy in some of the Captain America movies, I think. Yeah. Anyway, but definitely Brian Murray's show here.
We've got a few seconds left, so let's talk about Brian Murray now.
The actual winner.
Yeah. He's like, it's a very well-written character because he's like an anti-villain, not like an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of like the father figure of Jim that Jim never had. And yet he's also like leading a mutiny. Here's our timer.
Yep. Playing our music. We have seconds.
He's led by greed, and then like at the very end, spoilers, he gives up the money that he just did all this terrible stuff for, took over a ship or whatever, and gives up all the riches to save Jim's life. And so you kind of see the arc of him there. And yeah, he is the driving like villainous force for most of the film.
Very
right
coolly animated too. Like
great voice.
And his voice, I don't know.
Great accent.
Like English accent of some kind.
Maybe a little Scottish in there.
Maybe, yeah. And he does remind me of my Scottish stepdad or step granddad I had for a while. That's a whole story. I mean, he literally kind of looks like him too, but it's like, I don't know. There's the fatherly aspect of it really does shine through, and he does seem complicated. Like you really do feel for him when he's like forcing things to happen that he kind of doesn't want them to happen anymore, and you see him kind of trapped by the life that he has chosen.
Yes,
and that comes through in his performance. So, and yeah, like the dynamic too, the chemistry that him and Jim have it feels very real, and I think that comes through that kind of paternal tone that Brian Murray strikes. So, congratulations, Brian Murray.
Congratulations. Now, 2003 honorable mentions. We have one, and it is Joaquin Phoenix as Kenai in Brother
I don't know.
Bear.
I saw this movie once.
Same, in theaters.
Same.
It was, I'm sure he did fine. I honestly can't remember. It's Joaquin Phoenix.
I don't even know why you're an honorable mention. I'm sure you did fine, dude. I'm sure. Whatever.
I'm sorry, Joaquin Phoenix. You've won actual Oscars, so you're fine. But it's worth a mention. It was 2003 was kind of a weakish year besides one film.
Yeah. Spoiler alert on the nominees here.
Yeah. So I think weak honorable mention.
And it is cool to kind of track some bigger names performances that you just maybe forgot about.
Yeah.
That
totally.
Like, hey, yeah, he did an animated movie for Disney called Brother Bear. Go check it out if you want to be bored. But no, this year was definitely, you'll see here, just with this first nominee, like what's about to happen. Mm-hmm. Ellen DeGeneres in Finding Nemo as Dory.
We have Albert Brooks as Marlin in Finding Nemo.
Look out! Oh, sorry! I didn't see you! Sir, are you okay?
He's gone.
There.
No, he's gone.
It's all right.
He's gone.
It'll be okay.
No, they took him away. I have to find the boat.
A boat? Hey, I've seen a boat.
You have?
Uh-huh, and it passed by not too long ago.
A white one?
Hi, I'm Dory.
Where? Which way?
Oh. It went, this way. It went this way. Follow me.
Thank you so much.
We have Willem Dafoe as Gil in Finding Nemo.
Okay, Sharkbait's one of us now. Agreed?
Agreed.
And we can't send him off to his death. Darla's coming in 5 days. So what are we gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna get him out of here. We're gonna help him escape.
Escape? Really?
We're all gonna escape.
Gil, please, not another one of your escape plans.
Sorry, but they never work.
Yeah, why should this be any different?
'Cause we've got him.
Me?
You see that filter?
Yeah?
You're the only one who can get in and out of that thing. What we need you to do is take a pebble inside there and jam the gears. You do that, and this tank's going to get filthier and filthier by the minute. Pretty soon, the dentist will have to clean the tank himself. And when he does, he'll take us out of the tank, put us in individual baggies, then we'll roll ourselves down the counter, out of the window, off the awning, into the bushes, across the street, and into the harbor. It's foolproof.
See a pattern here. Bruce Willis as Spike in Rugrats Go Wild.
Hey! Could you give a dog a little warning? I'm trying to do my business here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You know what's funny? It's for a minute there, I thought I actually heard you talking to me. You talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I can talk to animals. It's a long story. Should we come back?
Nah, no problem. I'm done. I was just marking.
Spike was here!
And then finally, we have Joe Alasky in Looney Tunes Back in Action, playing various Looney Tunes.
I am a duck, bent on self-preservationum.
Say your prayers, Wabbit. It's Wabbit season.
Duck season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. Wabbit season. Duck season. Fire! Fire! Hold everything. Daffy gets blasted. Page 7, Daffy gets blasted. Page 8, Daffy gets blasted again.
And I mean various.
Yes.
I forget how many there was.
Bugs and Daffy are the two biggest.
Yeah, and then there's all other, kind of carrying the Mel Blanc torch.
Yes.
Something I realized recently is like Mel Blanc is like your favorite voice actor's favorite voice actor.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
he kind of did a lot of the groundwork for voice acting as a.
That
as
is
a
actually
career.
why I would kind of cut Joe off of my list here. He's on this list. I think he deserves to be
legacy
for doing it, but
legacy
it's doing the
characters more
multiple
than his
characters.
voice. Yeah.
But doing the legacy characters, it's actually kind of like you're not doing anything. You're imitating Mel Blanc at that point.
That's fair. So Joe Lasky not going to win here.
You're not going to win, buddy. Sorry.
But you got the nomination.
Yeah. You walk away. Sometimes the nomination is all you need to kind of revitalize your career. Like
That's right.
John Travolta and Pulp Fiction. But yeah, I think Disney shows up, or rather Pixar shows up big here. I remember the Finding Nemo hype.
Oh, dude,
I
was
was
real.
going to Disney World at the time as a kid, and it was just everywhere. And I've seen that movie. It was just on nonstop at our house.
#1 selling home movie of all time, I believe.
Yeah. And so I actually think if you want to know my pick, and I know that's why you're tuning in, I'm going with Bruce Willis as Spike in Rugrats Go Wild.
You're going to
I'll
have to
explain
convince
why.
me.
I'll explain why. Because they split the vote. Because these other guys, they split the vote. There's not one of them that kind of stands out. Like between Marlon and Dory, I just don't think you could really pick between the two of them. And so I think it splits the vote, and it allows this dark horse nominee, which Johnny and I have been talking about these nominees all week.
Yeah.
And, when I brought up Bruce Willis as Spike, who also sung music on the soundtrack. If you didn't know this, Bruce Willis has kind of like a blues band thing going. Also, he was like the top paid actor in the 1900s, if you can believe it. Like,
what?
Might have been Harrison Ford, actually. Don't have all those facts straight. But
it's crazy that he's up there.
One, with Spike specifically, it's in the Wild Thornberrys Rugrats crossover movie, which had 4D scratch and sniff stuff. He loses his ability to smell, which is key and crucial to a dog. And he's looking for the babies, a heavily paternal role. Spike did not have a voice in the regular show of Rugrats, so this was an additive thing. So he's having to come in and fit in alongside. And he comes in kind of with this Bruce Willis, city cop charm that I think works with this
Uncle
suburban
vibe,
dog who's stuck in the jungle now. And so he bounces around and is actually able to pull off a lot of the comedy. Not that it's like I'm laughing out loud at this movie at 34 years old.
Maybe a sharp nose exhale.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why I think between really my if you put a gun to my head, kind of seems to be the only way to get a vote out of me, is Albert Brooks as Marlon.
So I was between Albert Brooks and Willem Dafoe, actually. And I was kind of leaning Willem Dafoe as Gil. They're kind
Really
of
like
opposites.
your
And this might
father
get more into
figure.
like the role. Because they're kind of like, Marlon's like the uptight father, helicopter father. And Gil is kind of like the father that Nemo wants,
But he's like damaged goods, though.
A little bit, and you hear that
And I
in
guess
the
that's
voice.
like, Nemo sees himself in Gil because he's also damaged with his
I actually
family.
think Gil might have been like Nemo before. Like he came from the ocean.
That makes sense.
Had a messed up thing, and now
thematically.
he's a tank fish, and he
Yeah.
has this dark side to him. He's like the damaged version of Nemo, and I think that's why he's like really endeared to Nemo and really wants to get him out of there. He's like, "Don't be like me, kid,"
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I think
It's
he
a
brought
Prison
a lot
Break,
of
Prison Break movie a little bit with that aspect of it.
Yeah. And
That's
I think
fair.
I think Willem Dafoe actually does a great job of that, like having the dark side and also the warmth of the father. I don't know if I'm sure maybe someone could have done it. No one comes to mind, but Willem Dafoe has that sinisterness to him.
I'm something of a crippled clownfish myself.
What kind of fish is he? Gil?
I don't know what kind of. He's like an angelfish or something.
Something like that. But yeah, and then Albert Brooks. I mean, as a father myself, I sympathize with his character a lot. I do.
Marlon carries the movie.
Totally.
For sure.
He's like he is the main character. So
I think the
there's a little bit
normies
of
would
that.
vote for Dory, though.
Huh?
I think the normies would vote for Dory.
They would. I think the Annies gave her the award. So there is like a Best Voice Actor award in the Annies category. Not super well recognized or anything, but
probably more recognized than us, but still.
Yeah, that's fair. But she did win that for that
So
year.
she has some industry hype behind her going into this. That's fair.
She did. This is kind of like a career resurgence, as far as I know. What did she do before this?
She had her own show. She does stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
I think actually our previous boss was doing a lot of stand-up comedy in the same circuit as her, so he would tell us.
I think I remember hearing
some
that,
stories about that. So, that's our connection to finding
some comedian
Nemo.
finding their role, hitting the scene.
Yeah.
And then she got like her own talk show after this.
She's kind of one note though.
Oh
And
yeah,
what is-
I think
what
she
is sold-
distracts a little bit. I rewatched it recently with my kids, and I was like, I actually am not. I'm not digging this so much. It kind of gets in the way of Marlon. Now she does it's not bad. I just don't think it's deserving of a win.
Yeah, agreed.
And the humor
It's
doesn't hit me
iconic.
as well. I'm not as well charmed.
Yeah, it's
But
not. It's
it is
iconic. Same with like Clownfish in general. After this movie, it's an enormous thing. But I'd actually be willing to throw my support behind Willem Dafoe.
Okay, cool. I've swayed you.
Yeah,
All right. Sweet. So we will give it to Willem Dafoe.
finally gets his Oscar.
I know. Well deserved.
Well deserved, buddy. And Bruce Willis getting a nomination, that's good. With everything going on with him, he's got like dementia now and everything. For him to at least been nominated for something that he probably forgot that he even did.
Did he ever get nominated for anything? Like Pulp Fiction, maybe? Or something? No?
I think some Emmys. Or not Emmys, Golden Globes. Sorry, I get them all confused. But Golden Globes does differentiate between Best Actor in a comedic film or TV series and then a dramatic one. So he might have been able to get his way in there.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 2004.
Yep. On to the next one. Honorable mentions. We have Jennifer Saunders as the fairy godmother in Shrek 2.
We have John Cleese as King Harold in Shrek 2.
And then Martin Scorsese as Sykes in Shark
Cinema.
Tales. Shark's
Cinema.
Tale, you wrote. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was Shark Tale. I guess it's
It
Shark's
might be
Tale.
Shark Tale. I might have screwed it up. I hate that movie. So
Hey, you got to Martin Scorsese. It's worth a mention.
he's in
It's
cinema,
funny.
dude. This is a cinematic masterpiece of Shark Tale, which is totally derivative of Finding Nemo.
Oh yeah,
playing
next
on
year.
the fish movie. Yeah, and the animation is like a trillion
It's
times
terrible.
worse. If you can't even tell in this picture.
It was DreamWorks, right?
I think so, yeah.
A really bad.
It had
outing.
Jack Black in it. It had Robert De Niro in it. It had Will Smith as the main character. It's definitely the blacker movie.
Yeah.
Working
it was.
at the car wash.
Oh yeah, that's all I really
my-
remember
yeah,
from the
drop
film.
that clip in there. Drop that clip in there.
Totally.
Just miss me with that Shark Tale, dude. But yeah, these guys were on the bubble. But our first up is Jason Lee as Syndrome in The Incredibles.
It's finally ready! You know, I went through quite a few supers to get it worthy to fight you, but man, it wasn't good enough! After you trashed the last one, I had to make some major modifications. Sure, it was difficult, but you are worth it. I mean, after all, I am your biggest fan.
Buddy?
My name is not Buddy! And it's not Incrediboy either! That ship has sailed. All I wanted was to help you. I only wanted to help! And what did you say to me?
Fly home, buddy. I work alone.
It tore me apart. But I learned an important lesson. You can't count on anyone, especially your heroes.
Next, we have Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone in The Incredibles.
So now I'm in deep trouble. I mean, one more jolt of this death ray, and I'm an epitaph. Somehow, I managed to find cover in what does Baron von Ruthless do?
He starts monologuing.
He starts monologuing. He starts like this prepared speech
Yeah.
about how feeble I am compared to him, how inevitable my defeat is, how the world will soon be his, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, right.
Yammering. I mean, the guy has me on a platter, and he won't shut up.
2356. What is that? Robbery?
This is just sad.
Yeah. Robbery. You want to catch a robber?
No. Tell you the truth, I'd rather go bowling. Look, what if we actually did what our wives think we're doing, just to shake things up?
Where is my nomination?
Here it is.
Tom Kenny as SpongeBob SquarePants in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Alexander Clown Bell! Patrick,
He's killing sea animals and making them into smelly knickknacks! And I think we're next!
You think so?
Patrick! No! The heat is so intense from this lamp that I can't move.
Tell me about it.
This doesn't look too good, Patrick.
You mean we're not gonna get the crown, save the town, and Mr. Krabs?
I don't even think we're gonna be able to save ourselves, buddy.
We have Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots in Shrek 2.
Now ye augur, pray for mercy from Puss in Boots.
Ooh, I'll kill that cat.
Airball.
Then we have David Hyde Pierce as Abe Sapien in Hellboy.
Turn the pages, please, if you don't mind. Please. The pages.
These? You're reading these?
4 books at once, every day. My name's Broom. Professor Trevor Broom.
Sir, I'm John. Agent John T. Myers, Kansas City, 76. T stands for Thaddeus, Mother's older brother. Scar on your chin happened when you were 10. You still wonder if it's ever going to fade away.
How did it...
Not it.
Timer starting now. All right. I think we might be in agreement for who should win here.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hands down a little bit.
Syndrome?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Syndrome is just... Well, Jason Lee's casting here is just brilliant.
It's perfect. Yeah.
You know, he's able to do the child voice, "Go home, buddy." And
well, that wasn't him.
I know that's not him. I'm being Mr. Incredible.
I made these rocket boots.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, he's like, he's able to be that kind of
nerdy fanboy,
scattered, trying to show off kind of thing, to then being the tech billionaire.
But he's still the nerdy fanboy too. As the tech billionaire, like you see him
he has his
out.
Weakness. You caught me monologuing.
Yeah, like a total meta. Like
humor
he realizes he's the villain with that.
Yes.
Like you caught me monologuing. Like I think that's really interesting.
And he just owns his role. But yeah, it's just not your typical casting.
Yeah,
and so that's common in Oscars too. Is performances that's like I didn't expect Robin Williams to do a dramatic turn. Oh wow, that I can really appreciate that. And so Jason Lee, I think actually Syndrome is just really well written too.
Oh yeah, that definitely helps him.
And he gets to the absolute darkness at the end where he's like, "I'm going to take your baby."
Yeah, crazy.
And you believe it.
Yeah,
and you believe it. You believe
this guy's
that
just so hell bent on revenge. Like morals are thrown out the window.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the pride of getting sucked in by the cape.
Yep.
But
it's poetic.
It is, and so I think it just defines. It's one of the best villains ever in a film. I think too, just like extremely well written, and you understand it, and especially a superhero.
Yeah,
Incredible.
One of the best superhero films, period.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of my favorite Pixar. It is my favorite Pixar movie, but also one of my favorite superhero movies. I think Frozone definitely deserves this here. You had that iconic moment, which I think played well for the adults of like, "Where's my super suit?"
Totally.
And
he was my second place.
Kind of feeling of being married and while also being a super. That's present in Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl too.
And well, he's more grounded than Mr. Incredible. He's like, hey, I just want to actually like get on with my normal life now.
Yeah.
And, like Mr. Incredible can't shake it, and they play off each other really well.
Yeah. Tom Kenny as SpongeBob, just iconic. No one else can really do that voice. So that's kind of the thing, the laugh that he does. Like, how did he come up with that?
I want to say
the film, he's doing that same thing, right? So he's doing what he had already done for a couple of seasons.
I agree, but I also want to say, like, where they almost die, like under the heat lamp. I know I never really like believed they were actually going to die.
You did?
It's like one of the It's one of like the only non-ironic like sad moments for SpongeBob, like throughout the show even.
That's fair. And because they actually do die too, like then the teardrop,
the tear of the Goofy Goober,
yeah,
brings them back,
resurrects them.
Did it bring them back to life, or did it just like save them on the edge?
I mean, they turn into their natural selves, like the dried up sponge and the thing, which is what the shop is decorated with. So, totally. But I agree. I think that's the reason why he's on here, is he takes that like no one else can do it, but then takes the comedic thing to an actually like tear.
He also plays himself drunk, which is a little.
Yeah, they're able to get that Goofy Goober Sunday.
Oh yeah.
I think Antonio Banderas is on here because he's elevating the. Oh, you're good. Sorry. Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots is elevating the Shrek lore, kind of beefing out that world, and as a character that has, it feels like he has his own backstory. He gets his own TV show, he gets his own spin-off movies, right? But that picture that I chose for him really does tell you it's like the animation is doing a lot of this work too.
Yeah, because he's just playing Zorro, which he already did.
Yes.
A little bit, and what makes it so memorable.
Oh, memorable, yeah.
What makes it so memorable is that it's like Zorro, but like in a tiny, cute, fluffy kitten.
Yeah,
and that's what makes it funny just on its face.
Exactly. So there's a comedic aspect of it that he's like licking himself and coughing up hairballs. It's like Antonio Banderas is not really adding that to it, but he does have an iconic voice that really does feel like that kind of Spaniard cat.
It's kind of like the Oscar-y recognition of a legendary actor.
Yeah. It's his actual nomination that he had a couple years ago.
Yeah, we got 30 seconds.
So David Hyde Pierce.
I don't know. I've never seen Hellboy, so.
Hellboy's great. Hellboy's great. Guillermo del Toro, before he got like really, really weird. Maybe he was always weird. He was always weird. But it's just like kind of schlock. Based on a Mike Mignola comic book. So just an indie comic book through the Dark Horse publisher. But that Doug Jones is the actual actor that played Abe Sapien, this kind of
he's the villain, right, of the film.
No, he's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
So he's the blue, and then red. What is it? Hellboy's the red one. Just so you know, that's how it breaks down. There's a red one and there's a blue one. But no, they work with the paranormal kind of end of the government. And he's like a fish guy that he's smart. He can talk and everything. He like reads books and stuff. But he's not like the fighter. He can kind of go into spaces and do like clairvoyant, like see what happened and kind of psychically read things, as well as like go and breathe underwater and stuff. So, but he was actually voiced by David Hyde Pierce. He didn't play him. He was played by Doug Jones, the kind of famous character actor, or monster actor rather, creature actor, who played the monster in The Shape of Water, which is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen ever. And so this is just the kind of perfect.
Doug Jones is Guillermo del Toro's guy for a lot of his films.
He is. He's his muse. Pan's Labyrinth as well he's in. Yeah. So, but eventually David Hyde Pierce, in an act of humility, declined to do the role for Hellboy 2 because he heard Doug Jones' performance in the first one. Like, because he was actually acting on set, right?
Yeah.
It was David Hyde Pierce is dubbed in, and he's like, no, I think Doug Jones should do this. So,
how much of you thinks David Hyde Pierce is like, I don't want to do that again?
I mean, maybe, yeah. Like, I mean, it's probably the easiest job in the world. I mean, maybe not, but just sitting there and like reading lines and acting, in a cushy studio, and you just crank through a whole movie as opposed to like being dunked underwater. Anyway,
but there you have it, Jason Lee, a well deserved, maybe the most well deserved voice acting Oscar of the decade. We will see.
We'll see. Well, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. So there you have it with 2004, Jason Lee winning. And we are going to continue part 2. This was a lot of work, just getting all our notes in just for a whole decade's worth of performances. And so we are going to give you a part 2 either next week or maybe in a couple days. I don't know. You'll see it come up when it comes up in your feed.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening. And I don't know, Zach, you want to do our signature sign off?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have it memorized, but thank you guys for listening. We're excited to deliver part 2 of our Best Vocal Performance Oscars next week, or whenever Johnny decides to post it, like he's saying. But let's get out there and work for our good and gracious God, the Redeemer of men.
Amen.